Hi, it's good to see you again, and I hope you are doing okay. My husband and I are talking something about disconnection and isolation recently, and that inspired me to make this video because I told him how ironic. And the reason that I said that was because of what's going on today. Even with the advancement of technology, it feels like we are more isolated than before. The pandemic, the social distancing, the quarantine certainly contributed to that feeling of isolation as well. But I realize wherever we are as people, we continue to have problems, either emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. So what do we do? I have two things to share with you today to hopefully help with that feeling of isolation and loneliness. First is, if you are in crisis, you can reach out to a free crisis text line. They can help you with their resources, support, and other services. I'm talking about Crisis Text Line. And what is that? Crisis Text Line is a global, not-for-profit organization providing free mental health texting service through confidential crisis intervention via SMS message. Crisis Text Line provides free 24/7 support via text messages. So these are real, empathetic people and a computer that sends you generic messages. Yes, this is via text. So if you are one of those people that gets so anxious talking to people over the phone or even being in person, this is an excellent way to reach out for support because you just have to text. This is a great way to ask for help. You just have to send a text, either text home or text help, to these following numbers. For our US texters, please send your message at 741-741. Again, for the US texters, text home or help at 741-741. For UK texters, that would be 85258. 85258. And Ireland texters, it's going to be at 50808. Again, for Ireland, send it to 50808. There is no shame in asking for help, and this is completely confidential and anonymous. Now, who talks to you after you reach out? So after you reach out, after you send your text, you are connected to a crisis counselor, or sometimes we call them CCs. Who are these crisis counselors? So the crisis counselors are trained volunteers with the support of full-time crisis text line staff, use active listening, collaborative problem solving, and safety planning to help texters in the moment of crisis. So if you are in crisis, no matter what that is, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's open 24/7 and you are not alone. So again, please text home or help at 741-741. The second thing that I want to share with all of you is that if you have extra time and you're looking for a volunteer work, volunteering as a crisis counselor at Crisis Text Line might be for you. You just need to be 18. And you just have to send some background check, your references, and other documentation in order for you to start your training. You will be needing a computer or a laptop as well. They have an amazing training program that will help prepare you to support our texters. The schedule and the phase of the training is dependent on your availability, and you will also be assigned a coach all throughout this training, and even when you're already starting your volunteer work. Their coaches are extremely helpful. They're so friendly. You can reach out to them anytime, either regarding the material or what's going on with training, or any other concerns that you have. And also, before you get launched live in the platform, there are going to be quizzes, exams, and a simulation of what it feels like to support a texter in crisis. Don't get alarmed or intimidated by these exams and the simulation and the quizzes. They are designed to prepare you to help a person in need. The training comes with a documentation that you can review and study on your own time. And as I mentioned earlier, you will be needing a laptop or a computer. The texters will use their phone to reach out, but we as counselors use our computer or laptops. And in terms of the software, with all that's going on in the platform, the buttons, what to do, how it's designed, how to look for links and stuff like that, and that will be discussed thoroughly during the training. In terms of hours, so how does that work? Your hour is dependent on your availability, because again, this is a volunteer basis. But Crisis Text Line only asks you to work at least 4 hours every week, and a total of 200 hours in return to the free training that you receive. The training is approximately $1,800, and that's free. You will receive that for free during your training. So in return, they're just asking you to at least have the 200 hours, and that would be 4 hours per week. And as a graduate of a Master of Divinity in Pastoral Care and Counseling, the materials, the training that you have received, the 200 hours that they require is nothing compared to what you will be getting from this, and the experience itself with this line of work. Their material is not only applicable to the work situation, but you can use it in any aspects of your life as well. The vast number of resources that they have, and these are free resources. It's very valuable, not just to the texters but to you as well. And what are these resources that I'm talking about? So let me just give you a list of samples of what they have there. They have resources that deal with suicide, grief, self-harm, eating disorders, bullying, harassment, abuse in physical, emotional, sexual, and others, depression, anxiety, racism, relationships, substance abuse, parenting, finances, isolation, mental health, looking for therapists and counselors, anger management, support groups, local resources and support, and even COVID info, and so much more. So those resources are free. This not just for texters. So again, very valuable. So what happens when let's say you're done with the training and you're gonna go live? So what happens when you finally do your very first shift? When you log in, a supervisor will be assigned to you. They can go over your conversations. You can reach out to them, especially if you feel stuck or you're unsure of what to say next or what to do next. You are not completely alone in this. You can also see the other CCs or the other crisis counselors. You can see them and you can chat with them, ask them for tips and ideas. I remember in my very first shift, a lot of them sent private chats with me and cheered me. Hey, you can do it, you got this, just stay calm, remember your training. So that helped me, that boost my confidence, and to stay calm, that I got this, that I'm okay. And they all were like that too from the very beginning. So that's very helpful, just having that support with you while you're also trying to support others. As this is a volunteer basis and not a paid job, I was not expecting to receive anything. But hey, they surprised me. So let me show you some of the things that they sent me. They sent me this very yummy special jelly beans that I share with my child. And I can snack on while I'm doing my work. But it's not just ordinary jelly beans. I don't know what kind this is, but it's good. And it says here, "You matter." And then from Crisis Text Line. Sorry for the noise. And the other one that they sent me is they sent me this mug that I actually use. As you see, I have my selfie stick, my scissor, and my pen. They sent me a mug with a beautiful message. It says, "Breathe, practice self-care, be kind." Then Crisis Text Line. I don't know if you can read it. I hope you can. Let me move my face a little bit. There you go. That's the mug that they gave me. And they also gave me a hoodie to keep me warm and cozy while working. Here you go. Here's the hoodie that they gave me. Since we're working all hours, depending on your availability, you can work 6 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 4 p.m. It's up to you. But those are just some of the perks that I got from this volunteer job, or that I didn't expect at all. So that's nice. It's good. I think it's a way of self-care, and self-care is something that they will really remind you about. Even after your conversation of every texter, there is a debriefing group that you can go to, so you can discuss a tough conversation, or if you need help to process what just happened. So they have that option as well. Or you can reach out to your supervisor or coach in private and help them, let them help debrief during a tough conversation. If you reach certain hours, they will remind you to do self-care. Like if you work more than 12 hours the week, they will definitely remind you to pause, take a break, breathe, do some self-care before you come back. Oh, your supervisor and coach also watches your progress. So they'll remind you from time to time and commend you and leave you comments that you stayed calm during a hot moment. So that's very encouraging to see. And just to keep going and keep doing the work. In terms of my overall experience, I'll say that it's very beneficial for me. First is the materials and the resources are an added knowledge, an added resource for me. And second, the nature of it being via text, the texters are texting using their phone. That nature is new to me, so that is an added skill set for me, and a very excellent way of learning the language of today's generation. And third is also the self-awareness that it brings to me on how I react to certain issues, either internally or physically. It brings me awareness on what areas I need to work on as an individual. The learning and the direct application to be an active listener, to be empathetic and compassionate, just helps us, be a better person. I talk with many suicidal, depressed, and anxious texters or individuals, and it made me appreciate my life more, in a sense that it gave me a different perspective, and it reminded me that a lot of people are struggling on a daily basis, and volunteering my extra time is just my own little way to try to help them feel better, one texter at a time. Again, if you need help, please reach out. Send home or help at 741-741. And if you want to help, please check the website and start your application and be part of the community. And thank you for watching and listening. That's just a way to help with the isolation and the disconnection that is magnified because of the pandemic that we're all in. And there are many other resources or something similar to this nature. We will put it in the link below. You can check that out. If crisis text line is not something that you want to do, there are other volunteer work there as well. And if there is anything else that I want to remind all of us today is, let's continue to be kind to each other and be compassionate. Reach out if you need help, and check on your family and loved ones to see how they're doing. And also, if you reach out, it's up to you as a texter on what kind of support you want at that moment. We won't be shoving resources or links or websites to you if that's not something that you need. If you just want somebody to talk to, then we'll just talk and listen to you. If you want somebody to point you in a certain direction because you're looking for a certain resources or a local help, then we can help with that as well. If you're just looking for coping skills, we have tons of those. And as you can see, I have lots of cats. Lots of cats. This is my coping skills. They help me calm down. So let's be kind. Let's check on our loved ones and friends. Let them know that they're not alone. Let them know that they're loved. And you too, you are not completely alone. May God bless you, and God loves you very much.